Good morning and welcome to TaG Cycling, or hello, whatever time you're watching this. My name is Maggie Lyster and I'm a professional track and road cyclist and TaG coach as well as the yoga teacher here. And today we have some short hill kind of, I want to say fun, but you're probably going to get to the end of the class and you're like, no, that wasn't fun. But I like these shorter kind of dynamic workouts where cadence is changing, your power is changing, kind of keep stuff interesting. You don't kind of get into just like that one mode where it makes you think. That's what I'm going for. But for now, we're just going to start with our warm-up. So let's get the legs moving nice and easy. A couple more minutes. Easy gear, under 50% for sure. I say this a lot, but all my warm-ups, I love to start like 1 out of 10. Like basically not pedaling or putting any pressure on the pedals, like just moving the legs. Just starting to feel that, just slowly, gradually warming up. Find it doesn't really matter what time of the day I do my workout. I almost always need the same amount of warm-up. And I find the longer I race, the more I realize how useful warm-ups are. Especially, even in training, how much they can make or break my training session. And I'm a rider who really, it's something I'm working on, but I get affected when I'm not hitting my numbers, like mentally. Workouts will make me cry if I'm not hitting my numbers. So we're working on that, on them not having that kind of effect on me, but I find when I warm up, there's definitely less tears throughout the session. So just another minute here. Get those legs moving, then we'll get into the start of our warm-up part. Again, easy gear, maybe slowly turning that gear up or clicking it a little harder if you started at like a 1 or 2 out of 10. Bring that cadence up, over 90. Start spinning those legs. Feeling a bit of gear, a bit of pressure on the pedals. In just about a minute, we're just going to start with a easy gear cadence pyramid. So I want you to keep your gear around 50% in 45 seconds. And we'll start at 105 RPM. So you have just over 30 seconds now, so maybe start working your way up towards 100 RPM. So you're ready to hit it once we start this pyramid. But easy gear. I don't want this to feel hard effort-wise. We just want to get the legs moving. Get that blood flowing. Have about 15 seconds before we start this. So try to be around 100 or just over RPM. That's 50 revolutions with 1 foot per 30 seconds if you're counting in your head and don't have a sensor. Okay, easy gear, 105. We'll be here for 1 minute, so let's start this first little bit. As you're doing this, remember to breathe. Relax your shoulders back and down. Stay tall through your upper body. Remember to keep your core nice and strong, nice and stable, especially at these higher cadences. Minimize that bouncing. Brian with one arm today is going to get a ton of core workout. Yeah. Okay, keep it going. Another 15 seconds. And then we're going to bring it up to 110. So still easy gear. If you find the gear's getting too heavy, back off the gear a bit. We're just focusing on the cadence. 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it up to 110. And sit here for another minute. Shoot for these cadences. See if you can get there. If you're not quite hitting them yet, we're going to run through this pyramid again after. So That's okay. Start yourself out where you're at. Warm-up isn't meant to crack you or destroy you for the workout. The workout's going to be hard enough in itself. Just meant to get you ready for it. Okay, we have just over another 20 seconds here, and then we'll be stepping it up again. Nice work. 10 seconds. Remember to keep those elbows loose. Keep those shoulders, elbows, hands relaxed. No death grip on the bars. Okay, and we'll be stepping it up to 115 in 3, 2, 1. 1 minute at 115. Still in an easy gear. We have one more build after this. If you don't have a cadence sensor, you want to just watch my cadence. I'm sitting at 115, trying to sit right on it. This shouldn't feel too bad in an easy gear. 20 more seconds. Keep it going. We got 15. Stay with it. There's one more build after this, and then you can back it off. So this next one's going to be your max RPM for a minute. So you're sustaining it for a minute. So it's what you can do right now with where you're at for a minute. Let's go. Last minute. This might be 120, might be 130, might be higher. Just go with where you're at. Really focusing on just getting those legs moving, getting a bit of core engagement here, thinking about that pedal stroke too, like not just stepping down on the pedals. High cadence in easy gear really focuses you, makes you focus on pedaling smooth, even circles. Otherwise it gets really choppy and hard to maintain it. Okay, we got 15 more seconds. Stay with it. Last 10. All the way for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back that cadence off. You have a minute, just chill, your own cadence. 90 to 100 RPM is what I'd recommend. Typically, wherever you're comfortable there. And then we'll do that whole pyramid again. Still in an easy gear. Just waking up the legs, getting that blood flowing. I find cadence pyramids like this in easy gears are pretty gentle ways to wake you up. And quick ways to get your legs warmed up too. Okay, 15 seconds, and then we're starting again at 105. So if you've dropped your cadence a lot, maybe try to get it back up to 100. Get ready in 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 105 again. Starting here for the first minute. Settle into it. If you're on my playlist that Tracy shared, hopefully it's a song that works with higher cadence. I tried to create it that way, but sometimes doesn't always line up perfectly. But I find that's always helpful. Stay with it, 25 more seconds. Again, nice easy gear. Thinking about nice smooth pedal strokes. Imagining circles. What you picture in your head is half of what you're going to produce. Maybe more than half of what you're going to produce on the bike. So just thinking about circles even, or pedaling circles, it's going to help. Okay, and stepping it up to 110 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 110. Our next increment. Settling in here for a moment, or a minute. Almost 30 more seconds, almost halfway through this. No locked elbows, stay relaxed. That cadence up. If that gear is getting too hard, again, you can back it down. We're looking for under 50%. You have 20 more seconds. Stay with it. 15. Last 10. Then we're stepping it up again. Back up to that 115 in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 115. Let's go. Again, you can, if you don't have a cadence sensor, count this in your head as, hold on, 57 and a half pedal strokes per 30 seconds. It's too early for math. Keep it going. 30 seconds to go. Stay with it. We have one more increment after this. Let's go, 20 seconds. You should find this time might feel a bit easier hitting these cadences than the first time. Already a little bit more warmed up. 10 seconds. Get ready. So again, this is our last minute at our max of what we can sustain for a minute. So go with what you can. 3, 2, 1. Still in an easy gear. This is it, last minute. See what's doable right now. See if it's higher than the last time you did this. Stay with it. 40 more seconds. That's it. You got 30. Stay on it. You can back it off after this in 25. See what you can do. This last 15. Let's go. We got 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Back that off. Drop that cadence. Just take a minute transition here. And then we'll be playing with some gears. So sit up for a moment, take a sip of water. Just quick transition. Whew. I put my back out sleeping the other day. Went to see my massage therapist yesterday. Felt like he took a butter knife into my back. So I guarantee it's gonna feel better tomorrow, but I feel so bruised right now. Okay, at least you don't really need your back to ride. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, accels. So we're gonna set our gear at 90 RPM at 60% for the first one. You'll be doing 1 minute at 60%, 90 RPM, and then 30 seconds, increase it to your max RPM. Then you'll get a minute easy, and then the next one will be a little bit harder, 60 to 70%. And then again, 30 seconds max RPM, and so on and so forth. You'll do 3 of those. But the first one starting with 1 minute at 60%, 90 RPM. So start finding that gear, clicking that gear a bit harder, increasing it, dropping that cadence. I know 105 might feel really comfortable now after those high cadence stuff, but now we're down to 90. 90 RPM. This is your starting place. A minute starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So just a bit harder than what you were probably doing in warm-up when you're at your 50%. This is like the bottom end of what would be kind of your high endurance, your low tempo. This is like what you could say sustain for a long endurance ride. Kind of that comfortable pace you'll just chill at. Keep it going for another 30 seconds, and then we'll do that max RPM accel. Stay with it. 90 RPM, 60%. That's all you're at right now. for another 20. Keep it going. 15. And you'll leave the gear the same. You're just going to use your cadence to increase it, make it harder. Spin up to your max RPM in this gear. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 30 seconds. Bring that cadence up. Go, go, go. You got 20 seconds to go. 15, halfway. All the way, stay with it. 10. Go, go, go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1 minute easy. Back that gear off, drop that cadence. Just take a minute here. So I had a little break from training. Yesterday was my first day back out on the road bike for a long endurance ride. Got a little excited. Like, wow, I haven't had structured training in how many weeks? I feel awesome. Yeah, I don't feel so awesome right now, but it was fun while it lasted. Okay, I got 20 seconds. So our next one's gonna be 1 minute, 60 to 70%, 90 RPM again. Or 1 minute at 70%. Let's go right at 70%, 90 RPM. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 70%, that's what your gear's at, 90 RPM. So you're sitting at your tempo. Still at that lower cadence for a minute, and then we'll do that acceleration again. Keep it going, stay with it, just over halfway. Don't mind me while I figure out how to talk this morning. 30 seconds. Keep it going. Nice, you've got 20, and then we'll have that 30-second acceleration to your max RPM again. In 10. Starting at 90 RPM, that's your starting place. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 30 seconds. Bring that cadence up. Spin it up. Let's go, go, go. Got 15. You're halfway through. 15 seconds to go. 10. Stay on it. See if you can squeeze a little more out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back it off. 1 minute easy. We have one more of those. Whew. Just take a minute. Drop your cadence, but try to keep it above 90. That'll help make the rest of the efforts easier. Higher you spin, quicker your legs recover. Okay, we've got 30 seconds. Just keep it going for another 30 seconds more at this easy, chill pace. Nice, 15. And then we're back to it. This last one is going to be 1 minute at 70 to 80% of your MAP. So that's what your gear is going to be set at, still at 90 RPM. That will be your starting place. Then we'll do that max excel again. Okay, get ready. Let's find that 70 to 80%. A bit harder than last time. In 3, 2, 1. 1 minute. Let's go. Settle into this. Gotta drop my cadence. We're at our 70 to 80% for MAP, 90 RPM for another 45 seconds. Just about 30 seconds, just about halfway. Then we have this last acceleration. Stay with it, 25. So if you're at 80% right now, that's kind of what the bottom end of our workout is going to feel like, except a little bit harder. So starting to hit those zones. We got 10 seconds until that acceleration. Get ready. This is your last one. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 30 seconds. See if you can get higher than last time. Get on those pedals. You're halfway, 15 to go. Go, go, go for 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 minutes easy. Nice. Just take about another minute here, and then we're going to do one last kind of gear build thing, working at lower cadences, just to kind of prepare you for exactly what you're going to do in this workout, because we'll be working at those lower cadences. So you're going to set your gear, so you're 60 to 70%. 90 RPM for 1 minute. That's going to be your first one. And then you'll stick with the 60 to 70%, but your next minute will be at 80 RPM, and then your last one will be at 70 RPM. So it'll be 3 minutes total. You'll just gradually drop. You'll be at your tempo, but you'll gradually drop that cadence. Okay, get ready for this. In 25 seconds. So maybe start finding that 60 to 70%. That tempo shouldn't be too hard, shouldn't feel that bad. This is more to work on feeling that cadence with a bit of effort. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 90 RPM, 60 to 70% for this first minute. Just settle into this. Then we'll be dropping that cadence. 45 seconds to go. So these are basically the cadences we'll be doing in the workout. Our workout's going to be simulating some short hills, which is why we're working at lower stuff, lower cadences. Got 30 seconds, halfway. Get ready, got 20 seconds. Then we're dropping it, sticking with that 60 to 70%, so you'll probably have to increase the gear a bit as you drop your cadence to 80 RPM. In 10. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that cadence down to 80. Keep that effort. Effort should feel the same, 60 to 70%. Just cadence down by 10. Stay with this for 40 more seconds. Good chance to really think about that pedal stroke again and see if you're favoring one leg over the other. At these lower cadences, you can really tell if you're pushing harder with one leg. And you want to think about, I don't know, you just want to think about the other leg more then. You want to try to even that out so you're equally distributing the effort. So you're not getting more fatigued on one side versus the other. Okay, we've got 10 more seconds and we're dropping it again by another 10 RPM. So same effort, 70 RPM. You might need to increase that gear, click it a little bit harder. In 3, 2, 1, last minute. Last little bit of our warm-up. Nice. Last 40 seconds. Stay with this. Feel that lower cadence. Gotta drop mine a bit. For 35 revolutions with 1 foot per 30 seconds. Let's go, you got your last 20 seconds here. 15. Stay with it for 10. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, back that off. Got a couple minutes. If there's anything you need to do before we get into our workout, that's it for our warm-up. So I'll start explaining it. So, as I kind of mentioned, workout today is targeting shorter hills. And so you can kind of picture it as they're gradually getting steeper and harder each hill. So the first one, we're going to start with 3 minutes. You're at your 85% of your MAP, and you're at 90 RPM. So it's not much of a hill, more like a gradual incline, false flat. That will be your first 3 minutes. Then you'll have 1 minute at 50 to 60%, 100 to 105 RPM. So it's as if you're descending for a minute. So you go up a little bit, you descend for a minute, hit that next hill, which is 2 minutes, at 85% plus 20 watts. So again, a little bit harder, this time at 80 RPM. So a little bit steeper, a little bit harder. Then you'll be descending again, 2 minutes, 50 to 60%, 100 to 105 RPM. So bring that cadence up. And then you'll be 1 minute at your MAP at 70 RPM, climbing again. Then you'll have 3 minutes at that 50 to 60%, high cadence, descending. Then your last 30 seconds will be MAP plus, plus, plus. Go to town, go crazy, but stay at 60 RPM for your last 30 seconds up a short, punchy climb. So basically you can think about it as like a last final 30-second sprint finish to the top of a short climb. Then you'll have 4 minutes off, and then we'll run through that all again. Logical? Everyone can still hear me? Sound is good? Cool. Construction in the background isn't like interfering too much. That's good. Okay, so we're gonna get ready to start here in about just over 30 seconds. So again, that first 3 minutes will be at your 85%, your 90 RPM. Think of it as a false flat. I find sometimes thinking about little mental images in my head. You'll find I cue a lot with mental images. For me, I find they help. Okay, get ready. We've got 10 seconds. Start finding that. Get ready to go with this first 3 minute effort. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Underway with that 85%, 90 RPM for this first effort. Let's go with it. Just settle into a rhythm. Find a song. It's going to put you in that zone. I love 3 minute efforts because a lot of songs, it's about exactly the length of a song, maybe slightly under. I don't know why. There's something about climbing and doing like 6 minute efforts where you have to start another song halfway. It just doesn't work for me. Stay with it. You've got just over another 2 minutes. Again, picturing that falls flat, that nice steady cadence. You're at your 90 RPM, 45 revolutions per 30 seconds. If you're counting in your head, sometimes I do, even when I have a cadence sensor, just to stop staring at the numbers, take my mind off of it, kind of distract myself. If you're starting to feel a bit of a burn happening, put your attention elsewhere. So either count your cadence or really try to find a rhythm with your breath. Especially when I'm riding the track and doing time trials on the track or any kind of time trial. The breathing, and there's so many books on it too that I've been reading lately, that breathing is so important. Finding that rhythm with your breath will just kind of help you keep ticking along, keep motoring along at that same cadence, give you something else to focus on, plus just bring more oxygen into your body. Use your full lung capacity. We got 1 minute to go. Stay with it. This is the longest climb. Keep it going, just about almost at that 30 seconds. All the way, that's it. Got 30 seconds to go. You can see the top of this first one. And as soon as you crest the top of this, you're gonna be on for that 1 minute at 50 to 60%, 100 to 105 RPM. So picture you hit a descent right away. We want that cadence to come up right away, even if it's only at 50 or 60%. Focusing on getting that increase with that cadence. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've hit the top of a hill. Don't want a group to get away. Bring that cadence right up to 100 to 105. But you're at your 50 to 60%, so you're backing that gear off, clicking it a little bit easier. You're here for 45 more seconds. So your next one will be 2 minutes at that 85% plus 20 watts, so a bit harder. And you're at 80 RPM. So increasing that gear and dropping that cadence. In 30 seconds, we'll do that. Then you'll get 2 minutes of rest. Stay with it. So keep that cadence above 100. 15 more seconds. Then we hit that next 2-minute hill. 10. Get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Increase that gear, drop that cadence, 80 RPM, 85% plus 20 watts. Harder than last time, lower cadence. Go, go, go. Settle into this. Your descent after this will be 2 minutes, so the same length as the effort. Stay strong through your upper body, relax through your elbows. No death grip on the bars. Nice, keep it going. You're at 45 seconds into it, or almost a minute. You're almost halfway. Let me rephrase myself. You are halfway now, let's go. Keep it going for another minute. This is it. Keep that cadence up. Let's go, another 45 seconds. And to really simulate this climb, I want the last 15 seconds. You can maintain the power, try to maintain the cadence, but I want you out of the saddle. Just kind of get that idea that you're getting to the top of the climb. You have 30 more seconds. I'll cue you when to get up, when to stand. Just help you get on those pedals for the last little bit. You got 20 seconds. Out of the saddle in 3, 2, 1. Last 15. Let's go. Brian, do what you can. Stay with it. Let's go. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seated. Bring that cadence right up. Back that gear off. For 2 minutes, 50 to 60%, 100 to 105. Cresting a hill is arguably the most important part because you don't want a group to get away, especially if you're in a race. That's usually where, if an attack has not gone on the hill, right across the top is when people will go to try to catch people off guard. So bring that cadence right up. You have 2 minutes of recovery. So you have 2 more short efforts after this. So your next one's going to be 1 minute at MAP, 70 RPM. This next one will probably hurt, but you're only there for a minute. And then you have 3 minutes of this nice descent recovery. But stay with this. You're at this for another minute. It's 50 to 60%, 100 to 105 RPM. Keep it going. "45 more seconds." So really short hill coming up in just over 30 seconds. Mentally prepare, get ready for it. You have 30 seconds until we hit it. And again, the last 15 seconds of this next minute, I want out of the saddle, get on top of those pedals, just kind of get to the top of the hill. Like not flat out sprint, just stand. Pretend you're on a climb. Okay, get ready. You've got 10 seconds. Find that MAP, that 70 RPM in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Up. 1 minute. Get on it. Drop that cadence. Increase that gear. Go, go, go. Short, punchy climb. 1 minute or less is basically considered a sprinter's climb. So just use that power, just get up it. You have a nice 3-minute recovery after this. Almost halfway. You're at your 30 seconds. I'll cue you when to stand. Stay seated right now. Keep it going. 5, 4, ready? Out of the saddle. In 3, 2, 1. Just get on those pedals. Maintain that effort. Your last 15 seconds. 10 to go. Stay with it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seated, back that gear off. You're in an easy gear, but you're bringing that cadence right up. So now you have 3 minutes here. 3-minute recovery. And then we have one more punchy hill in this first set. Next hill will be 30 seconds at MAP+++. 60 RPM though. So short, steep, punchy hill. Basically racing it to the top. 2.5 minutes until we do that though. Keep it going, keep that cadence above 100. Stay relaxed, take some deep breaths, catch your breath here. Focus in on your breathing. 2 more minutes. Keep it going, stay with it. $50 to 60%. If you can feel you can do about 60%, try to aim for that. So not full recovery, but you're still kind of cruising at that endurance pace. Keep it going. You have 90 more seconds. So you're halfway through this, what we can call a descent. And you have that short, punchy hill. Get ready, just over a minute. Over a minute till we get there. Ramp yourself up, get a song going, get in the zone. This is the last one of this set. Get hyped for it. As I say, we're going beast mode for this. 30 seconds, like you're a sprinter. This is sprinter at a low cadence. But we want that contrast, so keep the cadence high right now. Keep it at 100 or higher. We have 30 seconds until this last one. Mentally prepare yourself. Get ready to hit that MAP+++ right when I say go. So you might want to start finding a higher gear now because you're going to be at 60 RPM. So you're going to have to click it quite a bit harder or turn it quite a bit harder. You got 12 seconds. Get ready in 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds, last climb, up. Get on it. Your MAP plus 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 at that 60 RPM. So keep turning that gear up if you have to. Stay with this. Almost halfway, you got 15 seconds to go. Push it. Last 10. You can see the top, you're almost there. Stay on it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Shot back that gear off. You got 4 minutes. 4 minutes of full recovery. So below 50%, less than your 5 out of 10. Bring your cadence up as soon as you can. Catch your breath. Take a sip of water. Then we'll be doing that hill set all again. Whew. Cool. Looking good. So the year before, so it's World Championships on the TV behind me, if you can kind of see that. From, no, it must have been 2018. No, 2019, last year. Got my years right. So no, I'm way ahead of myself. Okay, a couple years before that, 2017, I did the Road World Championships in Norway. Pretty cool race. Our numbers, because we were in Norway, we were right in Bergen, our numbers had salmon print on them. And it was like, everything there was salmon, which is unfortunate because I really don't like salmon, so, you know. But that's okay, Norway was beautiful. If it didn't rain more days a year than it does up here, I would move there in our, and if I could afford it, I would move there in a heartbeat. Such an incredible lifestyle. We'd go out for rides and like police officers would stop and like so nice and kind, just be like, do you know where you're going? Like, do you need directions? Do you want recommendations for rides? Like all of this, you're like, what is this place? And like school children would see you coming, especially wearing all Canada kit, and they'd run over to like, they'd be out playing at recess and they'd run over and just be like wanting to like high five you and just like touch you, and you're like, wow. So we brought little Canadian pins and started giving them out to the kids, and they loved them. And then they started trying to grab the glasses off our heads, which got kind of weird. Then it was time to keep riding. But like people there were just so excited to have the Road Worlds there, and I'd crashed in the last lap of the race and gotten dropped, and there was this climb called Salmon Hill, and it was like, it was only probably a 1.5K, but felt like it was about an hour long. And like last time out there, I just crashed, I was dropped, I was so unmotivated. I was just like, I want this race over. It started raining, and these kids from Norway all lined up. They were like, go Canada, go, go Canada, go, and just like screaming at the top of their lungs. And I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, I'll make it up this hill, I'll finish this. I have to now. So cute, so motivating. I know, my heart was just like, this is so cool. Okay, just about another minute here. Then we're gonna do that whole thing again. So you can replace the word Canada with your name and just picture a bunch of little kids screaming your name as you're going through these efforts. Just to get you through them. Yeah, 2 minutes and then we'll do this. Or 1 minute. Sorry. Just full of lies this morning. Telling you 2 minutes, shortening it, lengthening it. Apparently I can't math. Just go with it. This is it. Spin it out. Embrace this easy, low cadence right now. because we're going to get back to it. In about 45 seconds. Get ready, guys and girls, ladies. We had this conversation with everyone the other day. Like, we say guys so naturally, but I gotta change that. Okay, got 20 seconds. Then we're at our 3 minutes at 85%, 90 RPM for that first hill. Get ready for it. This is it, we're gonna start it in 10. So maybe starts dropping that cadence. This is your false flat for 3 minutes in 3, 2, 1, let's go. You're 85%, 8.5 out of 10, 85% of your MAP. Just settle into here. This is something you can maintain, should be able to maintain for 20 plus minutes, but not a comfortable 20 minutes, let me tell you. But 3 minutes at this should be a breeze. You're at your 90 RPM. Maybe counting your pedal strokes or counting your breathing, just to distract yourself, switch up your focus, keep you engaged and not thinking about breakfast after this or what you have to do today. Just stay in the moment. Being present is so important to being able to hit those efforts. This is why as professional cyclists we do so much mental training, especially in race settings. Staying in that moment, so crucial. So you never know what's gonna happen. You got 90 seconds, minute and a half. I'll talk to distract you. In case, if you don't wanna listen, feel free to tune me out. It's like I was at this track race. We were about to go up for our race. And a teammate in the race before crashed, got carried away on a stretcher as we were warming up. All of my teammates just stopped and like could not peel their eyes away. And just like so disheartened. So like in those moments, how do you get back in that zone? How do you like push through that effort? How do you go up? We were about to go up for a gold medal final. Stay with this, 85. You have less than a minute to go. Stay with your 85%. Anyways, it took lots of, so kind of in that moment, this was a couple years ago, then it really solidified, yeah, like I need a game plan for when this happens. We ended up going up, we ended up getting second. So we lost that match, or that round. That's exactly it. And that, I mean, that's so applicable to life. How do you stay engaged in like moments of distress or when something big has happened? Okay, keep it going. You got 10 more seconds, and then you have that descent. Remember, right away, you're dropping that gear, bringing that cadence up to 100 or higher. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Back that gear off. You're here for a minute, 50 to 60%, 100 to 105 RPM. Nice, bring that cadence right up. Don't let someone attack over the top of this hill. Your next hill is your 2 minutes at your 85% plus 20 watts, 80 RPM. Harder gear, lower cadence. 30 seconds until we do that. Get ready, we got 20. Get ready for this. Maybe start dropping your cadence. You're gonna be at 80 RPM. Be ready to hit it right away in 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 minutes, 85% plus 20 watts, 80 RPM. This is it. I'll cue you over to the top of this. Last 15 seconds, you'll be out of the saddle. Stay on this though. You're already almost at 90 seconds. These 2 minutes just fly by. You can stay with it. You're at your 85% plus 20 watts. Settling into this rhythm, keeping that cadence consistent. Don't let that cadence drop. Don't let it go below 80. All looking so good. Stay with it. Almost at a minute to go, almost halfway. Keep it going. Remember to keep breathing. Remember to not strangle your bars. Keep your hands relaxed, keep your elbows, shake them out. You got 1 minute. This is it. Push it, 1 minute on this semi-steep climb. 45 seconds. You're almost at that point where you can see the top. Nice work, you keep it going. Okay, we got that 30 seconds to go. In 15 seconds, we'll be out of the saddle. I'll cue you when we get there. Then you're just getting on top of those pedals. Don't let that cadence drop. Just gotta make it to the top of this climb. Then you're on that descent again in 5, 4, 3, 2, up. Let's out of the saddle, last 15. Got 10 seconds to go. Stay on it, stay on those pedals, don't let that cadence drop. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 minutes. Back that gear up, increase that cadence right away. You only have 2 more efforts, then you're done. A total of 90 more seconds at MAP or higher. You've got this. For now, keep that cadence high. I know right away might not feel the easiest. That's the purpose of it. Pushing you a little bit right after that effort just to be able to hit that cadence. And once you settle into it, it should start feeling okay. You should start feeling yourself recovering a little. Okay, we just almost have a minute more in this recovery. 1 more minute. Stay with it, keep that cadence up. Got your 50 to 60%. Psych yourself up, get ready, get pumped for these last 2 climbs. As I say, they're short, they're punchy. They'll be over before you know it. Got just over 30 seconds before that 1 minute at MAP, 70 RPM. So that gear's going up, that cadence is dropping in 25 seconds. Again, we'll stand for the last 15. Get ready. We got 15 seconds until we start. Going in 10. 5, 4, turn that gear up, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, 1 minute, MAP, 70 RPM. That cadence is low, but gear is hard, effort's hard. Get up this hill. Short and steep, let's go. Get on top of those pedals, don't let yourself drop below 70. Stay with it. We've got 35 more seconds to go. Almost at that halfway point. Okay, now you're at that halfway point. Push it for this last 30 seconds here. Stay on it. Go, go, go. You'll be out of the saddle in 5, 4, 3, 2, up. Last 15 seconds. Get on those pedals. Stay with it. This is it. Almost at the top of this one. 10. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back that off. Right away, and cadence up. I know this might hurt initially, But this is it. You've got this 3 minutes, somewhat easy, and then you have a 30-second effort, then you're done. So bring that cadence right up, above 100. Keep breathing. 2.5 minutes of this descent. Remember, you're imagining a group tries to go over the top. You spin it up just to pop on their wheel. Then basically you're in their draft for the descent. For this last 3 minutes, if you want to push it to 60%, if you're sitting a little under that, low end of your tempo, high end of your endurance, 60% should be like conversation pace, but you're getting a little gaspy. Not fluid conversation. Okay, you got less than 2 minutes. Stay on this, keep that cadence high. That's what you want to focus on here. Okay, halfway, 90 seconds. Then get ready to hit this, the last 30-second at MAP plus, plus, plus. Add as many pluses to your discretion. Just go hard at 60 RPM on this last hill. It's like you basically hit a wall. That's essentially what we're trying to ride up for this last 30 seconds. But for now, keep that cadence high. You have 1 more minute. Keep it above 100. This is it, almost at 45 seconds. Okay, almost at that 30 seconds until we do this. 30 seconds in. Soonish, you might want to start dropping that gear. Just getting ready to hit that effort because it's so short. As soon as I say go, you want to be at your MAP plus, plus, plus 60 RPM. So you might want to be at that a couple seconds before. So you've got 12 seconds. Get ready. This is your last one. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 30 seconds, last one. Let's go. Top's right there. You're basically riding up a wall. Get on it. 17, you're halfway to the top of this. That finish is in sight. Last 10, push it. This is it. Go, go, go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Back that gear off. Good job. That's it. Survived the hills. I hope you had a bunch of tiny little Norwegian school children in your head cheering your name through those efforts. That was good. So bring that cadence up. Take as long as you need to cool down. Just really spin those legs. Bring that heart rate down. That lower cadence stuff you're probably going to feel through your hamstrings, through your glutes, even lower back. Whenever I do climbing and low cadence, hard efforts, I find my lower back gets really sore. So be sure to stretch, roll if you can. Try to find time. Highly recommend. Make next workout feel awesome. Thanks for joining me this morning. That was great. I hope you all enjoyed it. And that's a wrap.